Hey, what's up? It's Chris Martin. Are you constantly coming across objections that are standing in the way of you getting an appointment, standing in the way of you getting a listing agreement signed, standing in the way of you getting paid in real estate? Well, I'm about to share with you techniques and strategies that are going to help you overcome those objections. You ready? Let's go.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Alright, so first things first, what is an objection? An objection is simply something someone says that is standing in the way of you getting an appointment or you getting the signature sign, or however way you look at it. It's basically like in a court, in a courtroom. I object. It's something along those lines where, someone may say, oh, I'm looking to sell, but I want to wait till the spring. I'm looking to sell, but I know someone else in real estate. They're not saying no, they're just saying something that's standing in the way of you getting that appointment. So there is something called the condition, and an objection and a condition are two very different things. An objection, there are certain things that you can say that can help you overcome that, whereas a condition is just going to be, it is what it is. My wife is a real estate agent and I'm definitely going to sell with her. That's a condition. Versus, I know a cousin that's in real estate and I'm thinking about maybe looking at hiring them as a real estate agent. You know what an objection is. Now let's get down to the techniques and strategies. I'm interested in hearing what your objections are, that you're seeing, that you're hearing. I'd love to help you with those. So we're just gonna go over a few objection strategies and techniques. I'm gonna come out with a video a few days from now. You can check in my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the like button. I'd appreciate you doing that. But there will be some videos coming up shortly that will have some of my favorite objection handlers. Today, we're going to talk more about the strategies and the techniques of just handling an objection in general. The first thing you want to do if someone gives you an objection, no matter what it is, you want to repeat and approve. I can't stress how important this is. If you're not even handling the objection, if you don't even know what to say after they say something to you, just repeat it and approve it. If you do that in the right way, that can sometimes actually be enough for them to handle their own objection. So let's just say, for instance, they say, you know what, I got a lot going on right now, I got people coming over the holidays, give me a call in another couple weeks. So if someone says that to you, the first thing you want to do is repeat and approve. So that would sound something like this. Great. You approve what they're saying. Anything they say is great. I don't care if they say something that's not great. You want to say great. They want to say, they say, call me in a couple weeks. Great. I understand you're going through a lot and you want me to give you a call in a couple weeks. You say that. You repeat it and approve what they just said. And then you give a little bit of a pause for an opportunity for them to kind of piggyback on that. Because again, sometimes some people will handle their own objection. You might repeat and approve that. They may piggyback what you just said and say, yeah, you know what, but it is kind of important that I get this done. There you go. They've just handled their own objection. Or they may say something, yeah, I'm thinking about using my cousin. Oh, great. I understand that you have a cousin and you want to show some loyalty by considering them, pausing, letting them maybe piggyback on top of that. And again, it may give them an opportunity to say, yeah, but you know what? I don't know how I feel about family and business, or I don't know how long they've been in the business for. They may tag on to what they already said if you're doing it and timing it in the right way. So repeating and approving, very, very important. Practice this. Make sure you're doing it. It does another thing. It allows them the opportunity to handle their own objection, which is perfect, right? But it also shows that we're on their side. This is not going to be a battle of me versus you. When you're handling an objection, if it's ever that feeling of they're saying what they say and you come right in with, yeah, but this is how I feel. Now it becomes, it's too much of a conflict. You never want it to be that way. You want it to be where you are on their side. And the only way by doing that is repeating and approving what they're saying. You repeat, approve, and then you handle your objection. After, of course, you give it a little bit of a hesitation, a pause, to allow them to maybe piggyback or add on to handle their own objection. So you repeat and approve, and those are some of the examples of what that would sound like. Anything they say, I want to sell in 2023 because I heard interest rates are going to lower. Oh, great, I understand you want to sell in 2023 because interest rates are lower. I can understand that. So that's what that repeating an approval process sounds like, all right? So try that, practice that, and make sure that you guys are inserting that in all of your conversations across the board, whether they're over the phone and you're trying to book an appointment, or you're in person trying to get an agreement signed. Another thing you guys want to do is remove the word but from your vocabulary. Not like, I love big butts and I cannot lie. You want to remove the word but, like B-U-T, from your vocabulary, because that just sounds, it's confrontational when it comes down to you handling objections. You don't want it to be you versus them, and it kind of negates everything they just said. So they can have this whole reason why they don't want to do something, and you can repeat and approve, but as soon as you use the word but, it basically is saying like, yeah, forget everything you just said, because this is what matters, what I'm saying. When you use the word but, that's what it kind of implies. So you want to remove that and replace it with the word and. Even if it doesn't sound right or make sense, just simply replace your vocabulary buts with ands, and they will fit as best as they can, and it will help you not sound and put yourself in a position to where you're going to create a negative tone, negative dialogue between you and your potential client. So far, we repeated and approved someone, and when we're talking to them, we removed the word but from our vocabulary. Another strategy when handling objections is isolating them. We want to isolate objections. What do I mean by isolating an objection? Well, this can actually be a great tool if you are ready to get an agreement signed. So if I'm out on a listing appointment and I'm meeting with a seller, I want to get that listing agreement signed. I want to leave with something signed. I don't want to have to go back for a two-step close, and that's not what I want to do. Too much room for losing that opportunity to another listing agent. So a one-step close, going out there, and if all the stars align except one, isolating that one star that doesn't align. So let's just say you're going out and you're talking about your listing and what you're going to do to get the property sold, and they love everything, and you notice there's some just hesitation maybe on the commission that you're charging. Well, if that's the case, just telling them outright, hey, look, to me it sounds like you're on board with everything that I'm saying here, and it sounds like commission is the only thing that's standing in the way from you moving forward today. Am I right about that? Yes, that's correct, Miss Chris. Well, if we can come to terms with the commission and make you feel comfortable with the commission and what you're going to be charged and everything else, would you be ready to go ahead and get the process started? So you're basically isolating the objection and saying if you could overcome that, would they be ready to go ahead and get the process started and moving forward? And a lot of the times they're going to answer yes to that question. That way you can hyper focus in on handling that specific objection. Guys, these are some of my favorite techniques and strategies to overcoming objections. Stay tuned and check out my channel for specific objection handlers. I'm going to be posting some of my favorite objection handlers so you can incorporate them into your presentations. I can't wait to share that with you. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.